because, life happens. But this morning I'm here and we are ready to rock the house. We're ready to go. Let's get it done. So it is Sunday. How's everybody's weekend so far? We're about half over with it. So, yeah, the page is not loading. So, not really sure what's going on with the web page. 2 seconds. Let me grab my phone and where's my phone? Good news, I found my phone. So it's always a good stream when I can locate my stuff. What is going on? Susan, how are you doing? Mary, I'm doing great. How are you? It is Sunday. We're half over with the weekend. So it is a relaxing Sunday over here. I'm just saying. All right. Susan says, beautiful background. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So how do we sound? Are we good today? Are we good today? Let's check it out. My stuff. What is going on? All right, we are good, which is always a good start to the day. So how's everybody? It's a relaxing Sunday. We're gonna hang out today, get some stuff done. Write on our book. I think the book thing is very important here. So you gotta have a good start to the book. Wolf, what's going on? Regina, how are you doing? So do you see MS coming towards me in the month of July or August? Let's check that out after we see what's going on with the comments. Okay, we're good with the comments. All right. So Huda, welcome. What is going on? All right, so let's see. MS in August. MS in August. Is that something? Is MS headed our way? Has MS neglected us? Is MS coming? We have a lot of M's. The letter M is very prevalent in this reading, I have to say. So there you go. All right, you see one new response. And why did I delete that message? There we go. All right, so let's see how we're doing on that by using the thought. We're going to warm up today with the thought. I mean, you got to get it in sometime today. It has to be there sometime today. So, there you go. There you go. All right. Let's see if we're going to... MS is on a break nowadays. Well, MS, hopefully they come off break. I mean, breaks are there for a reason. You got to relax and take some time off. What's the Chicago song? Sometime you just need some time away. I heard her say... from each other. So what is that? That's a hard habit to break. Is that it? Was that song? I mean, that's an old song. I'm old, so I like the old songs. And I'm just saying, Wolf, you're quite welcome. Well, I haven't sent it yet, Wolf, but it is, being packaged and prepared. So, there is that. All right. Let's see. Are they headed towards us? Whatever's blocking it, whatever's causing the time away is still there. It hasn't disappeared. Wolf, thank you for the email as well. I appreciate you. All right. So, there's still blockage there, right? The Two of Swords is peace. It is peace. And it is at some point able to be fixed. But the traditional Two of Swords, where we have the two swords crossing, we have the closed body language, it's very difficult to move past that, and it could be a slow process. So if you're looking for something quick, the devil also indicates that, again, the factors are still there. They haven't vanished. They haven't band-aided or be fixed yet. So, sometimes it's just difficult to move past things. And that's sort of what we're seeing here with the first two cards. Now, I do see a better tomorrow. So, over time, over a long period of time, maybe some stretch, as we get through that. We could be challenged to do that, but over time, it's just like we have a level of, I need something new. I need some forgiveness. I need something where we're trying to get back to normal. And at some point, they want to get back to normal. They want to get some opportunities. They want to get something that's going to be a better tomorrow and whatnot. You sort of see that with the 4 at the end. So you're looking at emotional stability over a long period of time. And again, that sort of points to, literally a long period of time. So again, we're looking at delays. We're looking at things being challenging for a little bit longer. So as long as you can put up with that, that's cool. But yeah, not fixed anytime soon. Definitely not fixed anytime soon. So there you go. All right. My son will find a job soon. Let's see. Beautiful song. It is indeed. Need space. I thought I'd give them all. Yeah, sometimes you just need that space, because without it, sometimes it is indeed difficult to get in that. All right. Mecca wants to know about a son and a job. Let's see about that. Positive. What's going on? I'm great today. Just waking up here. I got my exercise in for the day. I think I'm going to do some painting today and going to get some more on the book written, and I'm going to make a video on how to write a book. So Vanilla wants to know, what are the rules? Well, the rules are there is no list. Donations take priority. So if you want to move to the top and guarantee you get a reading, donations is how it's done. But otherwise, I pick at random. So if I like your question, and your question is interesting to me personally, then I may take it. So there we go. It's all random. It's like life. It's just random. MC, job soon for son. Is the son going to get a job? Is there going to be? It's good weather here in the Gulf, about to rain. Wow, I wish I could get some rain in Texas. Oh, is Texas going to get some rain? Oh, let me take a break and look. Hang on. Aviation weather. By the way, if you're not using aviation weather site, that is the place to be. That is the place to be. We got no rain in sight. Oh man. We got no rain in sight. Okay, whatever. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. We have a job soon for the son. Let's check that out. Time Taking. That's a great name. What is going on, Time Taking? And Raina, what is going on? Good to see you. Raina, you're up early. Raina, I thought you usually like stay up late and whatnot. All right. Will P give me a commitment in the near future? Okay. Got our water. We got our water. What do you think you'll paint? Well, I've already started it, so that's good news. I'm painting it's actually have it here somewhere. So it is it's a lesson from somebody else, and I really like to paint it. So every year I will end up painting this particular lesson. So let me dig through and find it. It's in here somewhere. It's green. So let's look for greenery and see if we can locate it. Because I do this every year to see if I have improved. And that's kind of important to me, because I want to... What, seriously, I don't have it? Oh man, I got too many. This deck is so huge. That's what she said. Anyway, let me see if I can find it. Because you did indeed ask what it is, and I want to show you. So let me dig around and see if I can find it. And apparently I can't. Okay, well anyway, it's a lesson from somebody, and so every year I'll try to paint it again and see if I've improved from the previous year. All right. So it is your son. So let's take a look at some young cards, like the Mons Tarot works well. The Mons Tarot works good. Can I also get a chance to put my question? Yes, please. Everybody, post a question. And if I like your question, then I might read it. I just might. You never know, though. I am a bit lazy, so you're going to have to be patient with me. You have to be patient with my laziness because, you know, that's how it goes. All right. Wolf, if you filled out the survey on the Kickstarter, I have your address. All right. So, yeah, Tuesday, we're actually getting in the Kickstarter tarot deck, a prototype. So, unfortunately, they didn't cut it or trim it, so we're going to have to do that ourselves, but we're good at that, so whatever. I'm just saying. All right, in case you're wondering what this is, by the way, somebody always asks, it's the Mons Tarot. This is version 2. On screen is version 1, but this is version 2. So if you like this, go order. It is all over Etsy. We got a lot of Etsy action on this. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, so let's figure this out if we're going to get a job. The Three of Wands says we're definitely hunting. I think the key here is hunting for it, getting out there, getting that availability, getting the openness that you need to get that done. If you just sit around, if we don't look, then we're going to have problems getting it. I mean, that's pretty clear. But the Three of Wands points to looking out, finding the opportunity, seeing what is going to be good for that. And the Three of Wands is definitely looking is going to do you well here. So don't stop looking. Don't get frustrated. Definitely keep on, right? And the King of Cups says as well as there's a bit of an emotional taxing that is involved here. In other words, finding a job really shouldn't be that difficult because of the virus, because of everything being super challenging right now. We could have a long-term issue, getting something that's steady, because you do have 30 million people out of work apparently. So, I mean, again, this could be a long-term problem, finding a job, getting a job, keeping a job and whatnot. So we have to keep positive and keep on the lookout, because that's going to be one of the key factors here. Now, the Empress says that you end up getting an opportunity with a particular person. So this person is somebody that you've never met before. You sort of just run into them during the job hunting process. And I think that they like you, and they end up wanting to actually pull you in and give you a position, which is obviously great news for getting a job. So, I mean, I do think you have possibilities of finding something, getting something long-term, having opportunities for that. SMJ, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So the King of Swords ultimately says it's going to be a while. So if you're looking for something soon, which was your original question, maybe not soon. But eventually you do have more opportunities open up, things develop, things come about, and that's going to be good news, because eventually you do find some opportunities. But again, there are people that are waiting and people that are looking, that you do have a lot of challenge right now. You do have a lot of competition getting into that. But overall, I think you have opportunities on the horizon. It's just about being patient and just being persistent, because persistence is one of the key factors in this reading, right? The Three of Wands really doesn't mess around. You have to have some persistence. You have to get that. Nomad Trees, what is going on? How are you doing? All right, SMJ wants to know, what are V's current feelings for me? Let's check that out and see what we got going on. All right, SMJ. What are V's current feelings for me? Nomad, I'm glad that you're a fan. I'm glad somebody likes the channel. It's always good. It makes for a good morning when we have at least one person that enjoys being here. At least one that enjoys being here. It is Sunday. Let's do something. Let's do something unusual. Let's do something unusual and go back to our roots. Go back to our roots. The first tarot deck we bought, other than the Rider-Waite Tarot, which is the Dreaming Way. Now, this came out in 2012, so I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised that I had used the original Rider-Waite for that long. I think I used it for years before I ended up buying anything else. So, I mean, I love this deck. It is so nice. It is so nice. I'm just saying. All right. What are V's current feelings for me? Speaking of nice, well, I mean, I think they miss you in some regards. It's almost like that they miss you, like we haven't had the action. We haven't. Nomad Trees, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. we haven't had a lot of action in this regard. It's been kind of dry. Maybe we've been kind of stuck on several fronts, but overall I think we're ready to maybe move forward a little bit. But yeah, we seem to be jammed up at the moment where we can't get what we need. Sometimes we're having difficulties getting to the destination that we need to be at, and yeah, it's sort of some defined resistance as far as getting where they want to go. As far as do they want to be around you, I think that they do. I think that they have maybe some other opportunities with people as well, right? When we sort of get in the mode of sort of with a group mode, in other words, they may have somebody else in mind, they may be interested in somebody else, but I mean, yeah, we do have a couple of options for that as well. I do think they're coming back. I think that, you're the priority. I do think that they are headed your way. We do have the Knight of Swords, which definitively points to getting that action and getting opportunities going and getting some things happening. So, I mean, the Knight is very good for, is somebody coming back? Is somebody going to be interested in me? Is somebody going to be headed my way? The Knight of Swords definitely points to some good news here, and that's going to be where you're kind of at. So if you're looking for a movement card that's positive, that indicates people coming back, that indicates a lot of good things as far as returns, the Seven of Swords is probably your best card in that moment. Seven of Swords is your best coming back card. Knight of Swords is a close second place. So you got the close second place here. I think that they are coming back, but again, they're exploring other options. They may have other things in mind. So if you're patient a little bit, I think we have some good news overall. All right, Nomad Trees wants to know what's for me at the end of the year. That's pretty specific. So Nomad Trees wants to know what's going on in like November. NT. November, December time frame. Is that what's going on? November, December time frame. What's in it for me at the end of the year? We got some good stuff. We got some, I guess we got some holidays. Are holidays canceled? I mean, they canceled 4th of July. They may be canceling Hanukkah and Christmas, and I mean, we may be canceling everything this year, because I think the minute it gets cold, everybody's going to pound on the table and declare the biggest emergency that you've ever seen. We have a new, instead of coronavirus, it could be Budweiser virus. I don't know. Could be Coors virus. It could be anything. You don't know. You don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. Wolf has a question. What's going on? Tarot you sent. Oh, yeah. The Legrand Tarot. That's a cool deck there. See, I need to do a 4K flip through, and then I want to trim it and use it on stream and get this in the regular rotation there. I got a spot opened up. Here. So we're going to get that in the regular rotation. There we go. All right. Trying to stay in Australia. Yeah, I remember your question about, staying there. And I said it may not be something that is possible, but I don't know. Sometimes I give you good news. Sometimes I give you bad news. You never know. All right, you graduated at the end, so what is in it at the very end? What is in it at the very end? Wolf, who is next? There is no list. Donations take priority, which I got one. I got one donation right now, and let's see. And then I pick at random. So post your question in chat, and if I like it, I might get to it. You never know. Okay, but I think it would look great. Yeah, it needs to be trimmed. Definitely one that needs to be trimmed. All right. Justice Reversed. I think the end of the year, I think as we sort of get into the end of the year, as we sort of sneak into the very coolness of the end, Justice Reversed says that you're not really getting everything that you want. I think that you had goals and aspirations, and you had some things you were excited about, and there was some other things happening, but you don't get everything that you want. And that's sort of where we're at, where I get some things that I want, but not everything. So I don't like round out the year with all of my dreams fulfilled and all of these great things and all of these good news. It just don't have all of that, right? Because we do have sort of the Eight of Swords feel, and this talks about restrictions. So why can't I get everything that I want? Well, restrictions are really sort of pulling us back and getting us not to be able to be where we want to be in many cases. So that's sort of just that pulling back, that removal of options where it's just out of reach as we sort of approach the end of the year. So, I mean, there we go. But the Two of Cups also says that, and the Lovers as well, is we get some of what we're looking for. So again, if you're looking for, you said graduation, staying in the country and whatnot, I think we get some of what we're looking for, but not everything. So there is that. So you got a 50-50 shot here. If you're reaching for the extras, you may not get those extras, but I do think you get a couple of core components that you were hoping for, that you were looking for, and that's going to be one of the big factors here. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting there to get at least a few things that you need. So, yeah, but you don't get everything. That's sort of life, right? We don't get everything. We get a lot of things that we needed, but not quite everything as far as the end of the year is concerned. Of course, we would have loved to get everything, but maybe sometimes we can't. So there is that. So I'm still looking for that image. I'm not sure where I put it. What if it's in this other room? I have a closet over here that has some extra tarot cards, and I'm wondering if I put it in here. I'm turning the light and see what we got. What is this? I mean, we may have it in here. We may have it in here. All right. See, I'm still looking. Somebody asked what I'm painting, and I'm like wanting to show you, but I just don't have it in the main set. So here's my alternate set of cards. I think this has a more robust selection. And then we'll go, ooh, I want to repaint that as well. So I have a habit of repainting stuff that I've done before to see if I've improved any. And that sounded kind of a, okay, here it is. All right, so it's this one. This is the one I'm working on. So it's this one. All right, Nomad, thank you for your second donation. I appreciate that. So I'm painting this one today. So this is a lesson, and it is an interesting card. So I call it Clear Pathways. It was not included in your deck because there's licensing issues because it was an online lesson. So anyway, I'm repainting this to see if I can make it better. So there's a lot of things I can improve on this. Obviously, the road needs to be wider at the end. And I think there needs to be more variance in the shapes of the leaves. And I need more rocks. I think the rocks are too uniform. So, I mean, again, it's all about redoing things and improving. So you never want to just stop improving. You always want to reach for the stars and see what we can do. All right. What kind of teacher I will be known for? Okay, what kind of teacher I will be known for, and see if that's going to be good. And see if that's going to be good with my students. What kind of teacher am I going to be known for? All right. Okay, let's see. NT. Well, hopefully you're going to be decent. I mean, at some point, that is kind of on you, right? You kind of need to be the best that you can be. So let's see if you're going to be strict, if you're going to be nice, if you're going to be awesome. Let's find out by using the Light Seers Tarot. That's going to be one that's really going to do it there. Vanilla, thank you. I appreciate that. You can paint that. That is available online. It's a lesson. So, I'm not saying that you're going to paint it exactly like that, but that has been around a very, very long time. It just had some creepy clowns. Yeah, there is that. the Legrand has a couple of interesting cards. It's got the one card when the woman is in the awkward position. It's got the creepy clowns. You know, you never know. You never know. There you go. Susan says, just keep the brush moving. You got to move the brush and keep it going. If you're not moving the brush, you're not making progress. That's true in life, right? If you're doing a musical instrument, no matter what you're doing, you got to keep going. Coco, ask your question. We pick at random. Coco, I got good news. Coco, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then we pick at random. So there you go. All right. So what are we doing here? We're going to teach you, or you're going to be. The Page of Swords says you're very open and willing to hear the other side of the story. So if somebody has something going on and you're interested in it, I think that you're one of the teachers that's very approachable. Now you remember the Page of Swords is the spy. You know that from my videos. The Page of Swords is the spy. So they're going to be able to accommodate different things. They're going to be able to accommodate new things that maybe were not possible with other people. So maybe some people are like a very strict. Some people are not strict at all. So they're a bit too easy to manipulate and to, get something on. But the Page of Swords says you're sort of in between. You're very accommodating. And you're very knowledgeable as far as that as well. The Two of Wands says you're also guided. You know where you want to be. You're not going to waste a lot of time with guessing about things or trying to be who you're not. You sort of know who you are in the teaching realm pretty quickly. So that's going to be important. Most people take a while to get comfortable with themselves, especially in a new arena like teaching or something like that. But the Two of Wands says you're going to get comfortable very quickly. And the Seven of Cups, again, you're able to accommodate different styles of students. So you have one student that's very picky, has very exact answers and wants to be this way, and another person who just wants to have fun in class but wants to learn some material as well. I think you're accommodating to both styles, and again, that walks not only with the Page of Swords, but the Seven of Cups, where you have the emotional availability, or you have a lot of different things as far as that. The Queen of Wands ultimately says you're very good at organization, multitasking. We know the Queen of Wands is the CEO. She's the CEO. She's the master of multitasking, getting things organized quickly and able to make a plan. That's going to be important in the teaching realm, right? Because you need that ability to get a lesson plan done quickly, to accommodate weird things like teaching online now and all of that stuff. So I think overall it's going to go well, and I think you're going to be a fantastic teacher. I mean, that's really good, especially the Page of Swords and whatnot. What would the students think? I mean, you're good at organization. You're good at accommodating everyone's needs. They're going to love it. I mean, I wish I had a teacher like that. Most of my teachers were just buttholes, They were just buttholes. They had their own agenda. They were not very accommodating at all. I did well on a paper and they graded it down because of some stupid reason. But overall, I think you're going to be great. There is no list, by the way. Everyone's asking. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. Rosanna, what a good question. Will the lawsuit go in my favor? I like lawsuit readings. But before we do that, Rosanna, I think of the song, who sings that? Is that Toto? Rosanna? Yeah. Okay, Rosanna, yeah. All right, Rosanna, lawsuit. Before we do a lawsuit, entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. This is a tarot reading. This is not a prediction. So it should not be construed as legal advice as well. For entertainment purposes, we're giving you a reading to see how the court case went. What is a good court case card? Oh, I don't have a legal thing. I mean, we could do Thoth again. We already did Thoth again. Let's do This Might Hurt Tarot. This Might Hurt Tarot is very good at court cases because indeed this might hurt. So we got a lawsuit. We want to know how it's going. We're not legal advisors. We're not a lawyer, nor do we play one on TV. So Good news, we do not play a lawyer on television. You never know what you're going to get with lawsuits too, you know? Everybody's suing. I think the lawsuits are going to explode after this COVID thing is over because everyone's going to be looking for a payday with the COVID. I went into your store and you didn't require masks. So now I might have gotten the virus from you. So, you know, I'm telling you, if somebody sues and that question comes up and they win, every store will require a mask from now until forever. So I hope that doesn't occur. All right. So let's see about this. So where are we at with a lawsuit? The Tower, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords. I think your adversary is very good at what they do. I believe that your adversary may be pretty prominent and decent at their ability to fight, right? The King of Swords, even though they're in a wheelchair in this particular deck, I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, but the King of Swords is a very totalitarian or a very strict or a very hard person to deal with. And that's not good in a suit. Ideally, in a lawsuit, you'd be able to settle somewhere in the middle, right? Okay, I'm suing you for $100 billion, and, you know, I'll take $50 billion on the side if you're willing to just pay up $50 billion. I'll drop everything. So that ultimately is a great way to go in case you're in some type of a system where you have an opponent in a legal realm. The King of Swords, though, says your opponent is not very flexible. You'd love to see maybe the Page of Swords, which would be much more flexible in this regard, but the King of Swords says they're going to hold the line and it'd be kind of difficult in some respects. And the King of Pentacles, which was an excellent negotiator, is reversed. So you have these polar opposites of, you know, I might have been amicable to get something in between what we're going for, but maybe not right now, you know? Yeah, 100 billion, 100 trillion, 100 quadrillion, 100 gazillion. You never know. You never know. There's unlimited money, you know? You just need to print more money. Hyperinflation, don't worry about it. If a loaf of bread costs 20 bucks, that's okay. Print more money. It's all good. The King of Pentacles reversed, the King of Swords being right side up says you are indeed on a ride. You are indeed on a ride, and we see that reflected in the Tower. So if you're looking for an easy way out, if you're looking for the simple times, it may not be. It may not be here. The Tower definitely says we have some disruptions ahead. The Queen of Pentacles ultimately says that you're able to get a lot of what you need. You're able to get a lot of what you need, which is you don't get everything. You don't get the full roses and puppies. You don't, you know, they don't pull out a drawer and there's like gold bars in there and they hand you a couple of the gold bars. It's not like that, but you do get a level of satisfaction from it, which is great, But the ride is a roller coaster. So hang on to the rails of the roller coaster and be sure you're wearing your COVID mask and you're able to get something decent at the end. Maybe not everything, but something decent at the end. Entertainment purposes only. This is not legal advice. This is just a random dude on YouTube reading cards. So yeah, if you need legal advice, talk to a lawyer. That's gonna be where it's at. You would be happy with 1 billion. 1 billion doesn't buy what it used to. Wolf, you need at least 1 trillion to be happy these days. I'm just saying. You know, you get a nice car, a house. 1 billion's gone, man. What you need more. You need more. I'm just saying. You know, for just overall satisfaction in life, 1 billion is just a warm up. Okay, let's see. How does my ex-boyfriend feel towards me? How does my Aquarius feel towards me? There's a lot of feeling towards me. Can you please tell me about my relationship? How does he feel towards me? So basically, chat wants to know how they feel towards me. I mean, I see a pattern. Okay. Road trip with the sister. Well, that could hurt. That could hurt. Let's find out about that. Thank you, Sunflower Tarot. Let's see about that. Road trip with sis. Road trip with sis. Is that going to be something? Is that going to be something? Watch the water. Yes, the water is the main component of the stream. You can't have a stream without water. Get it? You can't have a stream without water. You see the joke there? You see the joke there? All right. Ooh, I got a payment from Shay. Thank you, Shay, for your payment. I appreciate that. Will BQ stay out of my life for good? Well, Shay, I hope so. Let's figure that out in just a minute. For now, let's try out the Shadowland Tarot. That's a good tarot. That is a good tarot. You can't have a stream without water. The jokes are flowing today. Get it? The jokes are just flowing today. Oh, man. You know, you need water, but the minute water gets out of whatever container or barrier that it's in, that water destroys everything. It destroys your car, your house, your possessions. Water's bad. You need to keep water in its container or it just wreaks havoc. Road trip with the sis, is that going to be something? Is that going to be something that's decent? The Five of Cups and the Five of Swords says avoid it at all cost. I mean, you got a rough read here. Raina's got a rough read. Check it out. Check it out. Scarlet, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. You got the worst cards in the deck, basically. You got a, it's going to start getting annoying within the first 10 minutes. And she's not going to stop talking throughout the entire trip. So, I mean, this is rough. It's rough. I'm not saying it's going to be terrible, but it's going to be terrible. So, you know, there's that. The Five of Cups, it's emotionally taxing. The High Priestess, I don't think that they stop complaining through the entire trip. And the Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat, is right here. So that looks harsh. If you're going to do that, I would take a lot of medication. You know, whatever medications you have, take them all. Like put them in a basket and just have a basket full of medications and then have them drive, of course, because you're on these medications. But I'm just saying, you know, not medical advice, entertainment purposes only. Don't actually do that. It's a joke. Raina knows it's a joke, so it's no big deal. Anyway, so yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's going to be harsh. So if you're really willing to go through the punishment, I mean, I think that would be a fantastic idea. Otherwise, you may not want to try it. You may want to try it. Again, entertainment purposes only. Never do anything I say. This is a tarot reading. Okay, so let's find out about. Shay wants to know, are they gone for good? You hope so. Oh my. That doesn't seem good. That doesn't seem good. Hopefully that goes better than the last reading. Are they gone for good? All right, let's see. Are they gone for good? Yeah, don't, you know, it's entertainment purposes only. Anyway, let's see if they're gone for good. We'll try that out with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Now everybody complains about this deck and just how crappy the card stock is, but I like it. I guess I'm the only person that enjoys this deck, which is okay. I'm willing to take a sacrifice for all of you. I am. Speaking of new decks, I have one waiting at the post office, but I'm too lazy to drive the 2 miles to the post office. I mean, the post office is actually so close I could walk, but I'm not willing to drive the 2 miles to get there. So there is that. There is that. Stay home with my princess. I'm telling you, I need a photo of your dog. I don't know where to get it from. I guess I'll dig through your Facebook until I find one, but I need a good photo of your dog so I can paint it. Because I'm sending you a large stack of stuff, some artwork. You get the 2 of Cups with your deck, because the deck is coming. I'm just saying now that the Waterflower Tarot, The Waterfall Tarot, whatever it's called, is coming. And the prototype is here Tuesday. We're going to use it every single day on stream. And then it's going to be here 3 weeks later. So in 3 weeks, it's a reality. I'm going to start shipping these things out. So I hope you're ready to receive it. If you're not, why did you pay for it, right? Okay, so are they gone for good? The Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the High Priestess. I think so. Now, I think that they are going to still check up on you on social media. You gotta deal with that. In other words, I think that they may have a little bit of maybe karma. They may have a little bit of emotional things they need to work out. This person seems to need to work out quite a bit of stuff. They need to work it out themselves, and that's okay. I mean, that's okay. We all do, right? We all do. The Light Eater Tarot deck. No, I want to look that up right now after I do this reading, of course. But the Page of Wands says they are gone. They are leaving. The Page of Wands. Now, this is a person that doesn't like leaving. This is a person that likes action. If they have to stall, a little bit, maybe they're going to have some problems with that. But the Two of Wands says that they are going to sort of vanish into the ether a bit. Domain. Now, what is the Two of Wands? That is domain. That is the power. And it's like the emperor, right? I have the power to do what I want. But domain covers an area of space. In other words, the emperor just says, I have power. Domain, the Two of Wands, says, I have power over a particular space. And I think that space, you're within that space, right? Being reversed means they don't have the abilities, they don't have the power that they used to, they don't have the influence that they used to as well. The Ace of Wands says they're not happy about that, they're not content with that, but they're willing to accept it for now. In other words, they know they can't take action, they know that, maybe things aren't going to go as well as they did in the past, so they're going to leave you alone. So yes, they're going to leave you alone, but the High Priestess says they want information about you. The High Priestess is all about information. She's holding a book. She's holding a book and a scroll and all of this stuff. They want information. They lost control. We got that. But they still want some information. So they're going to be looking in your social media. They're going to be seeing what you're doing and trying to figure out all sorts of stuff about you. Will they take action or not? I don't think so. Again, the Ace of Wands says, I'm not going to take any action. I'm cool with no action. I realize I lost my control. That's okay. But, I still want to check up on you because, I don't know, that's not really stalking. That's, I want to find out maybe if you're doing okay, or maybe I'm stalking. I don't know what. Social media, if you're on social media, somebody's going to be watching you. Somebody's watching that you don't want to watch. It happens every time. Every time. If you're on social media, I guarantee somebody's watching you that you really would prefer that would not watch you. All right. How will the work search go after graduation? Ooh, that's a good question. All right, Lady Luck wants to know about success. I don't think I've seen this deck before. Very dynamic. Haley, it is a wonderful deck. In case you're wondering what that is, by the way, that beauty is the Gilded Tarot Royale from Ciro Marchetti. Now, keep in mind that this cardstock is not thick. It's pretty thin. So if you're picky about, like, I need a really thick cardstock. For example, the Waterfall Tarot has 330 GSM. So my deck is thick cardstock that lasts. It'll last you a lifetime. This one is not as thick. So, a lot of people complained. I think it's usable. Is it just like my dream of having the kind of cardstock that it has? No, but it's usable. But anyway. Is the Taurus guy still being shady? Let's check that out. Leah, thank you for your donation, by the way. Let's find out about that old Taurus. The Taurus, you never know about the Taurus, do you? The Taurus are hard to get rid of. No offense to any Taurus in the chat. I'm just saying, a Taurus will stick around for a long time. So if you're looking to break up with a Taurus, you got to be pretty upfront about it. You got to say, look, you know, I don't think this is working. I don't think this is working. All right, the slow tarot. Let's figure this out using the slow tarot. We had thunderstorms here yesterday, hot in Nevada. Yeah, heat combined with humidity is brutal. It's brutal. Taurus are stubborn indeed. You never know what you're going to get. You never know. Well, no, Virgo is more, you never know what you're going to get. A Taurus, you know what you're going to get. I don't know. Taurus, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I like all signs, you know. I'm just saying. I enjoy all astrology signs. Whatever your sun sign is, I'm good with it, but I do like the Taurus stability. If you're hiring somebody, a Taurus is going to be there every day. Okay. All right. Is the Taurus guy still being shady? The Moon, the High Priestess, Judgment, and the Four of Swords. Well, how do you define shady? How do you define shady? I mean, if you're looking for secrets, if you're looking for hidden information, the High Priestess says yes. The High Priestess says yes, you do have some hidden things there. So if you're looking for a very open and plain person where you can read everything, maybe not. You may have some problems getting that in. High Priestess said there still are some secrets. Judgment says they want to do some things as well. They have plans. They have things that they would like, and the stubbornness of the Taurus could bring that inability to not be flexible. So in other words, I have a plan, right? Let's say I'm going out on a date. My plan is I want to go to this restaurant and then I want to go see a movie. That's my plan. Now, you don't want to go see the movie. You go into a different restaurant. So now my plans are ruined. So am I willing to negotiate? Am I willing to compromise and say, you know, that's a good idea. Let's go to this. Maybe not, because maybe I'm a Taurus. But the Judgment says they're going to stick with their plan. They're going to try to hold on to their plan because they think it's a good plan. So they may be different than yours, but it could be something interesting as well. So Judgment says I have a plan. I want to stick with it. I don't really want to negotiate or compromise or whatnot. So the High Priestess says I'm definitely pointed towards a particular agenda as we come about. The Moon says there's a bit of an emotional disconnect for sure. And that's going to be kind of an issue. If the emotional disconnect doesn't resolve, you may be sort of stuck with their ideas. But anyway, overall, as far as shady, they do have some secrets. They do have a plan. I don't know if that completes as shady in your book or whatnot, but you know, they definitely have something that they want out of the situation, which may not be advantageous to you. I don't know. All right. Oh man, my deck is here Tuesday. I'm excited. I gotta say, I'm pretty thrilled about getting some cards Tuesday. And again today, we're gonna work on this painting. We're gonna work on this painting today, and hopefully get this done. All right, we'll do one last reading, and we are ending soon. This is the last reading, and then we're gonna go work on this. I do have the trees done. I don't have the foliage. These take forever. This is like a whole day of making all these little marks and whatnot. So, and that's a lot of paint too. Ooh, that is a lot of paint. Oh man. I can't really glaze it either. I'm going to get some Impasto medium so that I don't waste a whole tube of paint on the leaves. So Impasto medium, I'm going to make 4 or 5 different shades of green, and I'm going to have a nice variety up top of that green. That's my plan. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. All right. We got a bad warp, a shadow side, indeed. Bay Miles interfering wandering eye. Looks like yellow brick road to me. Could be. Let's see. We had the thunder showers. Looking for questions. What was Lady Luck's question before she started spamming it about my career? All right. Let's see. How will search go after graduation? I like that question. Haley, let's get your question in. Let's get your question in, and then we're gonna go paint. Gonna go have some breakfast and find out about that stuff. All right. How will work search go after graduation? Ooh, that's gonna be cool, man. A new grad during COVID. That's gonna be kind of rough, though. I mean, you're going to be competing with, how many people are out of work now? Like 30 million? Isn't it 30 million people out of work? That's insane. It was 1 million. Now it's 30 million people. That's ridiculous. Queen Taylor, I got this off Etsy. You can look on Etsy and get this. It is a cloth, and they sewed the ends. It has a nice cloth backing to it. It's really nice. It only costs like 15 bucks. So if you're looking for this cloth, it is on Etsy. Just search for tarot cloths and you'll find it. So I love it. I love it. Everybody compliments this cloth. It's really nice, I think. And the lady does an excellent job on it. I mean, it's hemmed well. She has a choice of backing, so you can get cloth or silk or any backing that you want, and it's well done too. It's well done, and it's lasted me a while now. I love using this. All right, let's figure out about this and find out about how it's going to go after graduation, and we're going to get some stuff done. 8 of Cups says you are looking at a bit of a dry spell. I mean, if you can intern and get into somebody's organization as a free help or an intern, that's a big, big boost to your career, because then you're sort of, you're already there. Why not hire you, right? So you're already there. 8 of Cups says you leave and it's bad news. In other words, it's difficult. It's going to be challenging to find something, probably because of COVID. With 30 million people out of work, it's kind of rough. But 8 of Cups says we're running into that. The 7 of Swords as well is the Lord of unstable effort, right? It's where we're trying to get something. Maybe we can get a part-time job. When you talk about part-time jobs, you're looking at the 7 of Swords is like leaving. It's like, exiting someplace, and you have the 8 of Cups, which again is exiting someplace. You have 2 exit cards, 2 leaving cards. That's not too positive in the long run. That's I'm having challenges getting in. So again, if you can get in as an intern now, that's going to be huge. If you can start looking, if you can get the resume ready, if you can start putting it out there, that's going to be huge. So the quicker you can get into the job market and get people associated with you, accustomed to you, that's going to be a big plus for you. The Queen of Wands points to reverse CEO. The 2 of Pentacles points to a lack of choices, a lack of change, a lack of balance. Again, I mean, it's not bad news. It's prepare for, a bit of a speed bump on the road to success, right? This is a rather large speed bump because it's nothing but bad cards, but a speed bump nonetheless. If you are persistent, if you are dedicated, people see that. People sense that about you, and they are attracted to it. Even if you have less experience, if you're just barreling through and just persistent and don't give up and super excited about everything, people are really attracted to that, and they know it in their psyche. I mean, people can sense that on a worldly level, right? People know that. So if you're that type, if you're excited about that, and you're that type of person, you're that type of worker, again, people are going to head your way. So be that person. Be persistent, excited, knowledgeable, and just go forth and make yourself a success. Don't let anybody stand in your way. Road bumps aside, my first painting was terrible. It was so bad, my girlfriend at the time laughed at it. She laughed at me. Now, somebody dislikes your painting so much that they start laughing at you, right? I'm thinking, oh man, that's it. I'm doing something different. But no, I didn't give up. I'm a persistent guy. I'm a Virgo. I barreled through. I ignored it. I barreled through. It was bad. I kept going. And now my paintings look half decent. So it's about persistence. Even though we have challenges, be persistent. Make yourself a success. Nobody can stand in your way. If you are just the most annoying, persistent person in the world, you know? I'm just saying. All right. Anyway, speaking of persistence, I'm back in 11 hours. Come see me then. We'll see you next time.